It was
my goddaughter.
presented by Progressive Insurance. Alan Hahn, Monica McNutt. Jay Will's going to join us a little bit later on in the show. And so along with NBA Finals Game 1 last night was the match.
The match.
Yeah, the match.
Montana looks gorgeous.
Yeah, it actually is. It's God's country, as they say, because it's all sky.
Yeah, it's like
all
untainted.
It's just, yeah, it's. I guess you could say that too, but it's got a really beautiful golf course there. Yeah. And you had Aaron Rodgers and Bryson DeChambeau taking on Tom Brady and Phil Mickelson, who, by the way, Brady and Mickelson are like the probably world-class gold medal trash-talking duo in the history of golf. Have to be, right?
Probably.
Tremendous.
Sure.
And Brady just continues to just, needle Aaron Rodgers about everything going on with him, which is even funnier. But on the broadcast, which is on Turner, yesterday, it was 5 o'clock Eastern, so it was actually early. But Aaron Rodgers was, I guess they saw a bear somewhere on the course. Mm-hmm. So it became an easy way for Brian Anderson to say, hey, speaking of the Bears, Aaron Rodgers, will you be under center in week 1? And his response was typical.
Packers Bears, any idea who's going to be there? Anybody who's going to be quarterbacking in the number 12 jersey?
Yeah, I don't know, BA. We'll see.
How about,
won't we?
How about September 12th then? Will you go for that one?
What's that one?
That would be the opener against the Saints.
Oh.
All Cheesers rejoice.
Yeah, I don't know, BA. We'll see.
Okay.
I know you're a Milwaukee guy.
I know.
Aaron, everybody is on their toes. They want to know, man. They want to know.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'm just having a good time out here with Tom. I'm trying to talk to him about it. If he's going to keep playing or not,
Hey, Aaron, we go way back. You can just tell me. I'll keep it a secret. Hey, I promise I will not put it anywhere.
Charles, I'll tell you this week in Tahoe.
I'll tell you this week in Tahoe. Charles Barkley always trying to get the story, right? I won't tell anybody. It's just you, me, and a million of our friends, or how many people did watch this. But I did find, look, you heard him, of course, I don't know about, week 1, about the opener. Mm-hmm. Again, this was on Turner yesterday. But then he added something that he kind of said quietly, we'll see, won't we? Is he leaving the door open? He didn't say no.
At this point, I need to be creating a book of Aaron Rodgers.
Oh my God! Right, The Beautiful Mystery is the name of the book.
Let me flip back to yesterday's page. Yeah. And I do not quote. This is not a direct quote. The loudest in the room sometimes knows the less or the least.
Yes.
And the silence of the wisdom and a bunch of other gibberish to say absolutely nothing. So. That was from yesterday's chapter in the Aaron Rodgers book.
This is all part of the drama, of course. The soap opera that is Aaron Rodgers, and why not go with some people? We like to talk to those who have at least some intimate knowledge of Green Bay, of the Packers, of Aaron Rodgers and the whole situation. And we bring back Ahman Green, a 4-time Pro Bowler, of course, who joins us on the Goodyear Hotline, who was the NFC Offensive Player of the Year in 2003 and a Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer. So those credentials do allow at least Ahman to do what we're trying to do, which is decipher what little that Aaron Rodgers said and what it means. So what do you get out of that, though, Ahman? And welcome again. Good morning. What do you get out of Rodgers sort of leaving it out there? Just, hey, I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Right now, thank you. Well, thank you for having me. But right now, he's going to continue to do what he do, be the smartest guy in the room. So that's why. That's what he said is in code, and he's not going to really say until the action happens, basically. So he's going to sit back and kind of enjoy his bourbon or his whiskey that he drinks and let us speculate like we're doing right now. And for him, he's going to enjoy it like he won a game of golf last night or yesterday. So he's going to continue to do that until the time comes, and we'll see it here in a few weeks where he's going to be, or if it's not at camp, just continue to keep this this holdout thing going as we're looking at it right now.
All right, Ahman. So that is all of us reading whatever tea leaves Aaron Rodgers leaving behind. But I'm asking you. I am asking what you think is going to happen come September 12th. Because there's a camp out there. Our good friend on ESPN Radio, Freddie Coleman, is a strong believer that he's going to show up for his teammates, for his guys. I don't necessarily feel that way. But what do you think? How do you think that this plays out? Is Aaron Rodgers going to be in uniform for the season opener for the Green Bay Packers?
I mean, it's a very slight chance that he will be there for his teammates, because as we've seen, Devontae, David, guys that have been on the field in the locker room with him understand and they support him. So that might be a little bit there, but for himself, I think he's going to continue to do what he's doing. Since things, I guess, demands haven't been made from him, and he hasn't really said a whole lot about his demands, but from that standpoint, it's going to continue to be no Aaron in Green Bay, Wisconsin, was it July 28th right now is the starting day of training camp. So until that time, it's going to be what it's been. Him not there in Wisconsin, and the Tigers got to move forward, and they've done the moves right now by bringing Boyles in. So they're just making sure they have something, at the quarterback position, a guy there that can help that team, start the season with the quarterback.
How much do you think, Armand, the court of public opinion matters to Aaron Rodgers, meaning the fan base in Green Bay? Mark Murphy had put it out there last month. Oh, he's dividing the fan base. He's creating this idea, this rift where there are some people who are siding with the team and some people that are siding with him. We had Rob Demoski was telling us about signs on lawns outside in Titletown. They used to say, just go Pack. Now it's saying, hey, Aaron, go Pack, meaning take off. That people are turning on him. You know how passionate that fan base is there. Do you think that matters to him, how people will think of him, treat him, what his legacy would be in Green Bay if he doesn't show up and play and the team starts to lose without him?
No, it does not mean nothing to him. I mean, for the fans, in their opinion, good or bad, if they like him or love him, he's going to do him, basically. He's not trying to, in this whole situation, not trying to disrespect anybody. He's just trying to, be him and understand that. And he mentioned that in that little bit that he had with Kenny Mayne. It's about culture. He talked about it. So that culture is treating athletes like people, that we're not a number. We're not just a big paycheck, play football, be quiet and go play football, or shut up and play football, whatever. That's been said to other players in other sports, shut up and play basketball. Remember the comment was made about LeBron. So it's like that. I'm a human being. I got a pulse. And right now, something that happened between conversations or planning I wasn't involved in that maybe I should have been. And here we go. And so this is what I'm going to do. I'm trying not to disrespect anybody, but if you take it as that, I'm sorry, but I'm not trying to do that. That's basically what he's I said, particularly now, acting out here, basically.
I'm taking notes just to add to my book of Aaron Rodgers interpretation, the section called Interpretations from folks that know the organization. So thank you for adding that today. Let's hop off of this particular squad and stay in the division, though. Speaking of quarterbacks, the Bears, Justin Fields, Andy Dalton. What as a locker room guy, let's put it this way. Where rookie comes in with lots of promise versus a vet who is, okay, fine. What would you want to see? What would you want to see to be like, yo, coach, it's time to move on to this rookie?
Andy Dalton basically is continuing to not really help us win. When it's come day one, maybe day two, or, in terms of games being played, once the NFL season kicks off, then there's a continued decline of the offense of output, because we know there is some offense. They have weapons. They have tools. They have players to read, that can make plays. So if Andy comes in and not much has changed, then he's like, all right, let's give it a shot. If I'm a leader on that team, I've been in an organization where I could walk into the head coach's office and say, hey, coach, what are we doing here? Because, like I said, it's been that player, that experienced player that's been there, that's earned the credit to approach Nagy and say, hey, can we, try something different? What's your plan, coach? Because right now it's not working, with Andy Dalton. So hopefully for Andy as a player, I understand it's tough to be in that situation, but if he can go out there and I say perform well, and then when he does with that, he helps Justin Fields out by then, knowing how to play, how to be a pro, how to play through something where he knows eventually this guy is going to be the starter. So Justin can learn that aspect of it, because then also that gives him more experience about being a pro. Because at the end of the day, it's about being a pro. And where Andy Dalton is not the first quarterback that's been in a position where a guy's waiting in the wings to be the starter. But you got to you got to be a professional, learn offense, be a teammate to Justin and help him out, but then also know that eventually he might be sitting in the backseat. He got to be ready to go to support him the same way Justin is supporting him as a rookie.
Yeah, it's made right. Be a good vet, and that's something we really haven't talked about in that whole dynamic. Is the idea that if Fields does win it, Andy Dalton went there and getting $10 million, whatever it is. He wasn't doing that to be a backup. Now he was a backup in Dallas, but he was doing that as sort of to get himself back to a starter position. He thought he had that, but now you never know. Hey, as a running back, you know better than anybody, of course, durability and how tough it is to get through a season with the amount of pounding that the running backs take.